I think we've got to either get more support
For our local community. From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Brett and Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes. Is guaranteed to be there.
Since 1987, Smith Furniture has been in business to serve the community with high-quality furniture at the best price. Some of our name brands are Homestretch, Ashley, Lazy Boy, Catnapper, Lane, Bar Bassett, GE, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and Maytag. We offer finance in 12 months, same as cash. So stop by Fulton, Mississippi and see Jim, Shannon, and Joe at Smith's Furniture or call us at 662-862-7412.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Knight and I am a board member of the Hamilton Area Chamber of Commerce. I want to invite everyone to come out and join us for the annual Buttahatchee River Fall Festival on Saturday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll start off the morning with the Kiwanis 5K race, then go directly downtown for a fun-filled and action-packed day. We plan to have a car show, tractor show, motorcycle ride, benefiting the nonprofit Hoofer Paul, and a lineup of great entertainment from all over the area that the whole family is sure to enjoy. Be sure to join us the last Saturday in October for our annual Buttahatchee River Fall Festival right here in downtown Hamilton, Alabama. If you're interested in being a vendor, please call the office at 205-921-7786.
for our local community. From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Brett and Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Meeting tonight, so we'll call it to order at this point and appreciate all that's come tonight to be with us. A couple of things we want to recognize for the month of October, since this is our last month of the meeting for September. The Buttahatchee River Fall Festival will be held in Hamilton on October the 29th. I think the booths and all will be set up on the 28th, getting ready. But I want folks to get excited about our fall festival. We've added some events and some things that really haven't been happening in the festival in years past, at least for some time. So I think it's going to be a real exciting time to be in Hamilton on the 29th of October. Also, the city will be observing Columbus Day on October 10th, and of course the city will be closed. If you have a garbage pickup on that Monday, the 10th, we're going to double up for you and catch you on Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday garbage will be picked up that week simultaneous. So if you're a Monday pickup on October 10th, you just set your can out there for Tuesday and we'll pick it up and be sure to get you taken care of. I want to wish everybody a good Columbus Day that's coming up on the 10th of October. So with that said, we'll pause now for our invocation and our pledge of allegiance, and we'll get started. Heavenly Father, we approach you at this moment, Lord, just thanking you for this day of life, and we thank you for the beauty of this day. Lord, we thank you that you have seen fit to bestow many blessings on our city throughout this year thus far. Help us, Lord, as we work through this time of recession and great inflation, that we may keep our wits and continue to be able to live in our communities and have ample supplies to supply our needs. We thank you for our leaders of this nation, and we ask you to bless each one of them as they make decisions that we hope are always correct decisions for the masses of people that live in these United States. Help us to stay united through our efforts for the cause, Lord, that we might have harmony and peace again in our nation. Many cities tonight are beleaguered with much crime and much drugs and other problems. So, Lord, we ask that you bless those people and help them through these troublesome times. Let us be in your will as we meet and conduct the city's business. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We'll move on into our agenda. We've got some guests that we'll hear from maybe later in the meeting. but at this point, we'd like to recommend that we approve the minutes of the September 6, 2022 council meeting. We need a motion. Ross made the motion. We need a second. Matt made the second. All in favor of approving our minutes? Thank you. The presentation to the Hamilton Elementary, Hamilton Middle, and Hamilton High School for their portion of the $135,000 collected from the alcohol taxes. Early in the school year, each year, was given $200 per teacher to help with classroom expenses, leaving a remaining $110,200, which will be the balance of the $135,000. This means that each of the three schools will receive $36,733.33 to make up a total of $135,000. This would probably be our last year to divide the money in this manner, since we are establishing our foundation. So I'd like to recommend that we present these checks to these schools, and hereafter we'll be letting them deal with the board of the foundation for their needs. Do you understand where we're going with that? Yes. This will be, in our new budget, we'll budget the $300,100 per school, and then we'll be drawing from that, subject to board approval, or foundation board approval. With that, we need a motion to disperse this money to the schools. We got a motion from Matt. We need a second to vote on this.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor of dispersing the money? Thank you. Item 3 is a recommendation to open a new checking account at First National Bank for the sole purpose of doing payroll. This will be done to separate payroll automatic debits from other auto debits already being from the city's general fund, being taken from the city's general fund. This will allow easier auditing of the payroll. Ashley, you want to expound on that just a little for us?
This was a recommendation like from Brenda at Alan's office. She said, you're going to learn with this doing the debit that it's mainly going to show like a debit, not specific. And it would be much easier if we could pull payroll out of the general and have it just by itself when we do it. She said it would be much easier to audit instead of it just being lost in all of the checks that come through there.
This comes as a recommendation from our accountants, Cantrell and Cole. I think it would be a good move for us to do this. In order to do this, we need to bring it to. Got a motion from Wade. We need a second on that.
I'll second.
Got a second from Ross. All those in favor of opening that account so we can do our debits?
Angela, how close are we to getting a month or two probably? Getting it all ready?
It's getting pretty
It takes a while.
Yeah, we've had a really good response on the employees getting us what we needed. I think there's still a few that haven't. I'll have to double check with Amy tomorrow, but we've got quite a few.
Let's follow. Bring on fast. Item 4 is a recommendation from the City of Hamilton to give full access to online banking for ACH deposit uploads to Amy Nix and Angela Owen. This is for authorization of performing their payroll. Since we're going to this automatic debit, this is going to allow them to do the functions they need to do.
And they have to have this in writing from our minutes just to prove that y'all gave us permission to be able to do payroll.
I can verify all this stuff now. If you don't
Prove
have it.
that you can pay
That's right.
employees. I'll make that motion.
Scott and Tyra made the motion to allow this, and we need a second. Matt made a second. All in favor of giving this authorization? Thank you. I appreciate that. Item 5 is an announcement of a reappointment of Alan Cantrell to the Planning and Zoning Board. Alan's been serving. His term is up, but we're going to re-up him for a 2-year term. this term will expire August of 2024. So I'm making that reappointment and making it public tonight. Item 6 is a recommendation to adopt resolution 2022-9-19 that will adopt the Title VI program for the City of Hamilton to maintain compliance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. As a recipient of the federal financial assistance from the Alabama Department of Transportation for the 15-passenger van we use for homebound mail delivery at the Hamilton Senior Center, the Title VI program is mandatory. So we need to adopt this resolution to stay in compliance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964 where it comes to public transportation, even though the primary use of this van is the delivery of meals. Occasionally we do transport people in it to certain special occasions like that. So we need to adopt a resolution. Scott Robertson made the motion. We need a second on that before we vote. Matt made a second. All those in favor of that resolution? Thank you very much. Item 7 is a recommendation to adopt the City of Hamilton's social media policies. Previously, we have not had a social media policy in place, even though we have talked about one. We've asked Scott Hunt to design us one, and I'm sure we've all had a chance to read it. I think it covers the areas that we think that it should. Scott, we appreciate you putting that together for us, and I was real well pleased with the verbiage in it. Is there any changes recommended before we adopt this social media policy? Do we have a motion then to adopt? Got a motion from Scott Robertson. We need a second.
I'll second.
Scott Tyra, second. All in favor of adopting a social media policy for the city? Thank you.
Does each employee get a copy of it?
We can do that, or we can send it out to the department heads at each facility, however y'all want to do it.
Whatever y'all think is best. Okay. They can do it for department heads, whatever.
We'll make sure that all of our employees are aware of this. And if any of them request a copy, we'll certainly furnish it to them. I think it should be at a place that they could observe it or read it if they should need to, or have any questions about it. Item 8 on our agenda tonight is a recommendation to annex the Marion County Lake property. And this is something that's been looked at for a while. It's already really in the scope of the city, but we'd like to officially bring it in under annexation tonight. And is there any questions on this? Anything you want to ask Scott or Scott Hunt before we vote?
I'd just like to say we did receive the petition for annexation from the Department of Conservation. There are 300 plus acres out there for lakes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
We got a motion. Ross second. All those in favor of the annexation of the Marion County Lake property? Thank you. We're definitely
Appreciate Tracy.
proud of that.
Behind the scenes.
At this point, I'd like to give our representative, Mr. Tracy Estes, who's our guest tonight, an opportunity to approach us and give us a few words of wisdom and maybe discuss something.
Let me just pass the most important thing to talk about. I just want to publicly thank the mayor and the council for working so close as a team with us. I think this is just the start of an example of what governmental bodies can do when they work together as a team and don't care who gets the credit. And so I want to thank each and every one of you. Some of y'all know the mayor and the Scotts all made the trip to Montgomery several months ago now and sold this idea to the Department of Conservation, and Scott Hunt has continued his work with them since that time to bring this out. I'm very excited about what may be forthcoming. And by the council taking this action tonight, Senator Gudger and I can now step forward and reach out to the governor's office and see if she'll appropriate an additional $2 million, as you know, give or take, to do the dam repairs at the lake that conservation has recommended for us. So they can do that, since we're doing hopefully a lease with them, as opposed to we're talking about change of ownership. And so once they do that, we've already begun work with Alabama Department of Transportation to come in at a similar amount of money to come in and pave the entire loop around the entire lake. And so those are two big things that will help us in the city of Hamilton take care of not just our people in Hamilton. It still really is Marion County's lake, and we've got some plans that all of y'all know to, if this all pans out like we hope, it's going to draw from more than Marion County. And I really think we're working together as a team to where one of these days we're going to be able to say, you don't come through Hamilton, you don't accidentally come to Hamilton. We've made Hamilton the destination between this and another project we're working on alongside this property. And then what the council did a few weeks back in approving the first phase of the new track facility. People in Hamilton should be very excited about what their leadership has done and continues to do, and I'm glad to be a very small part of that. We're excited to see this. I'm glad to see it be official, so now we can actually kind of officially talk it up in our community. And Mayor, I appreciate your help in leading us with this. And
I was proud to make the trip, and I really was excited that we didn't get a negative from the Department of Conservation. I thought they were very cordial to us and somewhat receptive to the concept of what we wanted to do. I want to publicly thank you for the efforts you put forward to make this happen between us and them. And you're a wonderful liaison in Montgomery for us, and you're leading the charge.
It's my honor. We've done a lot, this body and I have together in the last 4 years. We've saved the college, we've worked together to save an A&I facility and worked to help our hospital. And now this, 4 years of working together, I think that's pretty big work. That doesn't even count the smaller things that you're all aware of.
Those are big things to us. Big
so,
things.
But this community, as you know, has become very important to me over the last 30 years. It's not just my time in this office. I helped serve out there when Wade was mayor.
When we don't work together, communities tend to die.
That's right.
And our teamwork, I think, is paying off.
Hamilton's bright days are ahead of us, I promise you.
Thank you.
Just don't let up now. Don't let up now.
No.
Keep a hammer.
We're just getting started, I promise you.
Appreciate that, Mr. Stubbs. Encouragement's always good. Is there anything else that we would take to tonight? Got page 2. One more thing. Okay, this is for our Hamilton Police Department. This is their recommendation to accept a quote of $3,000 from consultant Ron Kiker to complete a revision of the Hamilton Police Department's policies and procedures manual. We met with him a few days ago, and he has 38 years of experience in not only law enforcement, but also in the police academy training. He's an expert witness, both federal and civil. He has the background to do this kind of thing, and he is going to try to update our policies and procedures so to adopt a new policies and procedure manual for our police. But the cost would be $3,000, and I'd like to make this as a recommendation. Patterson made a motion that we accept this proposal. We'll need a second.
I'll second.
Scott, Howard, a second. All those in favor of having our policy and procedures rewritten for the police department, thank you. That's unanimous. I appreciate it.
I think that'll help. One police chief adopts one policy, one term, and another police chief adopts another policy. It's not really nothing adopted, it's official by the mayor and council, so this will be something and approved eventually. It'll be set in stone, not be something that the former chief did this or the former chief did that.
Right.
That's my understanding, of course. Is that right?
There's very much a need for this because we've been going bits and pieces of different policies and procedures. Some of them were never adopted, been trying to follow some of that stuff, and it's just, we need to have one guideline for them to follow. And of course, on personnel, we still have to say so on personnel, as far as that's concerned, but their policies and procedures definitely need updates.
Any new updates on the southern side of the Hamilton House?
Well, Mr. Rebel Silas, we put out a broadcast to get a carpenter to volunteer to do the initial parts of like passing squirrels out of the house and replacing that fascia board on that right front, so we can get the bids let on this. But Mr. Rebel Silas was going to look at it, but after we put what we did on Facebook, Andrea called him off till we decided whether we want him to come or not. He was to come the next day, but when we posted that, she called him and told him not to come because we made a change in the plan.
Any type of update out of Andrews? I mean, we're waiting on her.
Yeah, I know.
Patients are
She's
slim.
I understand. I think that she'll be at our next meeting.
Okay.
That's my plan, is to have her at our next meeting.
I'm the only one getting it up about that in town.
I drive by every day, so it's got
It looks as bad as it's looked in many years. I've looked at the plan specifically, but I can't tell you when we're going to move on the plan. The plan looks good, but I can't get it to move forward. That's the problem. I believe we're going to have to go into session for some matters that have come over the last couple of days. I'm going to recommend that we have an executive session meeting tonight for a while.
And I apologize, Mayor, Wade and I were talking about the lake project. I may have missed it. Did y'all discuss the meeting with the University of Alabama on the feasibility study coming up next month? I didn't know if y'all mentioned that to confirm. You know, we had set Wednesday the 5th at 10 o'clock here.
Yeah.
And I think you and I discussed, Scott and I discussed a couple of times, I think normally you would call that a feasibility study, but considering that we've already taken the first step, I'm calling it more of a return on investment study, so we can show the people of Hamilton Council a step forward to do this track and field project. Yes, sir. October 5th and this September, or May 12th.
We'll have an expert from the University of Alabama with you that day.
Yeah, Lisa Miranda from the University of Alabama Center for Economic Development. They're going to do us a study that's going to tell us based on the investment the city's making.
Where we can have more than just me there.
Oh, yeah. We can have everything. So that's fine. Because like I said, you're not trying to hide anything. You're not putting together any last minute deals. The commitment by the council's already out. The public knows about it. All we're trying to do is get the expert university here to help us and say.
I desperately need them all to hear that.
Oh, they do. They do. But we can have everybody here that day on the 5th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And they're going to do a study for us. I'll give Scott credit for starting pushing on this thing. But it's really a chance to show the people how, okay, we're going to invest this much money on this really nice facility. But based on the University of Alabama study, they're projecting over the next decade or whatever time period they extrapolate there over. They can determine how much money they think the city's going to see in return investment on that. Folks coming in for big meat and staying in our hotels, spending money on gasoline and groceries and things of that nature, fast food places. You know, if things go well enough and we start hosting enough events, who knows what, we may need another hotel or two. So I'm excited. Anytime you get the university's name behind it, that gives us some weight.
This man are going to have lots of questions that day, and I don't want them to miss it.
I agree.
I just want to make sure we didn't break any rules or of the law about meetings.
Yes, well, as you know, we're all together as an open meeting. I did not know my first year in Montgomery, technically there, you know, we talk about open meeting exceptions for, Scott knows more about this than I do, but land acquisition, good name and character, pending litigation, we all know those. I didn't know if I got in Montgomery one day and I was talking about getting a meeting together with some group and making sure it was open to the public. And one of the attorneys in Montgomery said, Representative, you do realize there are cases where a representative or a senator can call for a meeting And the open meeting law does not apply if the lawmaker calls for it. But I don't think this is one of those times. This is already something we've already discussed open. The public needs to be fully aware of it. And I would think that other option needs to be used in very, very rare circumstances. That's the former journalist that we speak.
Thanks for bringing that to me. Yeah, we all need to hear that.
So we got that one on the field. You and I've got another one the day before.
Oh, different matter. Shall we?
Need a motion to go into
We need to go out of regular meeting and into executive session. We have a motion, please.
for legal purposes. I'll make that motion.
I say.
All those in favor?
Who made the motion?
Hey, Scott,
We're going to hear from Tom. Tom, if you will, just don't sit down and come on and address us right now. And then we'll move to the executive session. We'll have to come back in the session. Tom's going to be able to join.
For our local community. From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Brett and Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes. Is guaranteed to be there.
Since 1987, Smith Furniture has been in business to serve the community with high-quality furniture at the best price. Some of our name brands are Homestretch, Ashley, Lazy Boy, Catnapper, Lane, Bar Bassett, GE, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and Maytag. We offer finance in 12 months, same as cash. So stop by Fulton, Mississippi and see Jim, Shannon, and Joe at Smith's Furniture or call us at 662-862-7412.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Knight and I am a board member of the Hamilton Area Chamber of Commerce. I want to invite everyone to come out and join us for the annual Buttahatchee River Fall Festival on Saturday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll start off the morning with the Kiwanis 5K race, then go directly downtown for a fun-filled and action-packed day. We plan to have a car show, tractor show, motorcycle ride, benefiting the nonprofit Hoofer Paul, and a lineup of great entertainment from all over the area that the whole family is sure to enjoy. Be sure to join us the last Saturday in October for our annual Buttahatchee River Fall Festival right here in downtown Hamilton, Alabama. If you're interested in being a vendor, please call the office at 205-921-7786.